There is something you never notice, not because it's rare, but because it's constant. Right now, most of what exists around you never becomes part of your experience. Not because it's invisible, but because your mind filters it out. This isn't some abstract philosophy. This is literally how your perception works. You are not seeing reality. You are seeing what remains after your brain decides what to remove. And that decision happens long before your conscious awareness ever shows up. Think about it. Your senses are not designed to show you the world as it truly is. They are designed to keep you functional. That difference is everything. Every single second, your environment contains far more information than your brain could ever hope to process. Sounds, movements, light, patterns, subtle changes. It's an overwhelming flood, so your mind does something incredibly efficient. It hides most of it from you. What you experience as reality is not the full, detailed picture. It's a survival-friendly, highly edited version. This is the reason things feel normal. But normal doesn't mean accurate. Normal just means familiar. Your brain favors what's familiar over what's true because familiarity is predictable and predictability is safe. Here's where it gets strange. You don't notice how much is missing because what's missing never creates a feeling of absence. You don't perceive a gap or a hole in your experience. Your mind fills it in automatically, seamlessly. That's why your reality feels so continuous and smooth. Not because it is, but because any discontinuity is being actively covered up by your brain's internal editing process. This doesn't just affect your vision. It fundamentally affects your attention. Your attention is constantly being guided without you consciously choosing its direction. Your emotions decide what gets to stay in focus. Your current goals decide what seems relevant. Everything else just disappears quietly into the background. This is why two people can live in the exact same house, walk down the exact same street, and experience completely different realities. I'm not talking about different opinions. I'm talking about different actual sensory experiences. Most people assume disagreements come from different beliefs or values, but often it goes much deeper than that. It comes from access. Different filters, different inputs. They are literally living in different worlds, built from the same raw material. If this already feels different from most videos you watch, consider subscribing. This channel is built for people who notice this kind of thing. Now, let's apply this to memory. We tend to think of memory like a hard drive, a storage device where we file away our experiences. It isn't. Memory is reconstruction. Every single time you remember something, your brain rebuilds it from scratch using your current state of mind as the blueprint. Your current emotions replace the original details. Your current confidence replaces the original accuracy. Here's a paradox. The more certain a memory feels, the more times it's probably been rewritten and reinforced. This means your past is not fixed. It is a story that updates continuously to match who you are right now. This creates a powerful illusion. It feels like you've always been the person you are today. But you haven't. You've been edited. Your past self is a retcon. Let's take it one step further and think about identity. You feel like a stable, consistent, continuous self. But that feeling is manufactured. Your sense of you is being refreshed constantly, moment by moment. The person you were a few minutes ago exists only as a memory, a reconstructed story. You don't persist through time like a solid object. You update like software. Now, this might sound unsettling at first, until you realize something incredibly important. If your identity is flexible, if it's constantly being updated, then genuine change is always possible. You are not trapped inside some fixed, unchangeable version of yourself. You are a process, not a product. Most people never see this system in action because, for the most part, it works perfectly. Reality feels smooth. Life feels stable. The world feels solid. The illusion is effective. But once you begin to notice the filters, you start seeing the cracks in the facade. You start to notice those little moments where something just feels off. Moments where your certainty weakens. Moments where your sense of control feels much smaller than you thought. These moments are not mistakes or glitches in the system. They are glimpses. Glimpses behind the curtain. If this video stayed with you, or maybe even made you feel a little uncomfortable, comment below. I want to hear about it, and subscribe to BrainShock. This channel isn't about comfort. It's about noticing what most people never do. Your mind doesn't show you reality. It edits it. This was brain shock.